Dear students, now I will give you a talk on Raja Rammohan Roy Library Foundation, a journey towards enrichment of the society. The Raja Rammohan Roy Library Foundation, why it came, when it came. The public library development of India, if the landmarks, if we see 1911 public library movement started in princely state of Baroda. 1934 the Professor Ranganathan's entry in the public library systems in India. Then 1948 enactment of the first public library legislations in Tamil Nadu. Then 1951 establishment of Delhi Public Library. 1953 National Library opened for the public. 1972 establishment of Raja Rammohan Roy Library Foundation, and 2005 setting of the Knowledge Commission and recommendation of the libraries, and 2012 the National Mission on Libraries came, setting up sustained attention for development of the libraries and information service sector, it came. So, Bedwani, and which is followed Sangbaddo, you can see this one. Raja Rammohan Roy Library Foundations, if you see the genesis, why establishment of Raja Rammohan Roy Library Foundation, the National Committee of in bicentenary celebration of Raja Rammohan Roy met in Parliament House when it was 200 years, New Delhi on March 28, 1972, under the chairmanship of the then Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi, and subsequently the Raja Rammohan Roy Library Foundation was set up in 1972 by the Department of Culture, Government of India. The UNESCO General Conference proclaimed 1972 as a international book year. Raja Rammohan Roy Library Foundation is an autonomous organization, is financed by Ministry of Culture, Government of India. Its main goal is to promote library systems and services in India in collaboration with the state governments, union territories, administrators and other organizations engaged in the promotion of library services in India. The function of National Agency for coordinating, monitoring and developing of public library systems and services in the country. Knowledge for their doorsteps, this was the first point. Then to enunciate national library policy and help build up a national library systems. To provide financial and technical assistance to the libraries. To provide financial assistance to the organization, regional, national, engaged in promotion of library development. To promote research on library development. To advise the government on all matters pertaining to library development in the country. To propagate the adoption of public library legislation in the country. Raja Rammohan Library Foundations is a supreme policy making body of called the foundation, which is having 22 members nominated by the Government of India. It has got administrative committee that took after administrative and financial matters of the foundation. Activities of financial assistance. We have a Raja Rammohan Roy Foundations having a matching schemes and non-matching schemes. Matching schemes means the state government, because I told you that the library is a part in the state subjects, and then if the state government takes participation in the library development, then only the library development is possible. So, the state's share has to be come from the library. So, the State Planning Library Committee, the matching schemes operate from the joint fund created with the state government contribution and the matching share of the foundation, means through Ministry of Culture. The State Library Planning Committee is the principal agencies through which foundation collaborate with each state governments and union territories for the procurement of books in regional languages, procurement of furniture and equipment, construction of the library building, library modernization, organization of seminars, conferences, workshops awareness programs, outreach programs, book exhibitions, book fairs, etc. Organization of mobile library services and rural book deposit library. The non-matching scheme assistance schemes are supply of books to the state central libraries and district libraries through central selection schemes of books in Hindi and English. Under the non-matching schemes, the state government needs not to pay anything. So, the entire fund is provided by the Raja Rammohan Roy Library Foundation through getting from the Ministry of Culture. Then establishment of the RLF Children's Corner, then assistance to the voluntary organizations, NGOs, then establishment of children libraries, children section, women section, senior citizen section, neo-literate sections and career guidance section. Non-matching schemes are fully supported by, funded by RLF. Celebration of the, first of all to tell you that RLF is funded by, fully funded by the Ministry of Culture, Government of India. So, we are working on behalf of Ministry of Culture. The celebration of 50 years, 75 years, 100 years, 125 years or so on, we are providing fund on under non-matching schemes. Assistance to centrally sponsored libraries, organization of seminars, conferences, bookshelves, etc. Then collection of compilation of library statistics, assistance for providing facilities to the differently able persons and public libraries. Activities of library legislations. Raja Rammohan Roy Library Foundation is also playing a major role for the public library legislations in India. So, it has helped to get one first public library legislation came in 1948 in Tamil Nadu by our forefather the S.R. Ranganathan, father of library science, was created first. Then 1960, after 12 years it took the next legislations in Andhra Pradesh. Then 1965 Karnataka, 1967 Maharashtra, 1979 West Bengal, 1988 Manipur, 1989 Haryana, 1989 Kerala, 1993 Mizoram, 1993 Goa, 2001 Odisha, 2000 Gujarat, 2005 Uttaranchal, 2006 Rajasthan, 2007 Lakshadweep, 2008 Bihar, 2009 Chhattisgarh and 2009 Arunachal Pradesh. So, activities of e-governance. So, Raja Rammohan Library Foundation is also working for the e-governance in the library systems. So, it has got a payroll management, RLF specially library management using open source software Koha. So, and then ERP solutions, in-house activities like assistance of application, processing and accounting systems, then management of grant statistics, then enterprises applications of central book selection. Status of e-governance, if we see that application of web, online directory of public libraries of India. So, we have I have told that the National Raja Rammohan Library Foundation supports 34,000 public libraries all over India. Under the schemes, we have an online public directory. It is available in the website. You can go to the website www.rlf.nic.in and you will find the 34,000 public libraries list, and then which library has what facilities, also address, etc. are available. Then online bibliography of books on or by Tagore, then online search of books nearby city procured through CBS Central Book Selection Schemes. This is our application of web, we are under process. Then online searchable database for financial assistance provided. So, we have provided 20,000 libraries every year financed by, supported by the RRLF. So, this system for online submission of application is under its various schemes, and online submission by authors, publishers, development are under progress. So, authors can have submission of their document under progress. So, RLF also takes the very much good initiatives on digitization activities. So, under these digitization activities, it takes lot of activities to help and create digitization of material for the other libraries to help them. It also advises how this digitization process should be taken care of. Accordingly, rare collection of the Rabindranath Tagore's Rabindra Bhavan of Vishwa Bharati University Santiniketan has been carried off. And then a number of titles of 3 million of pages have been carried out in the digitization project. So, number of titles is 11,227 titles is being digitized. Then number of gramophone records, we are also digitizing the Tagore's gramophone records, with 1230 records being digitized. Then 3333 Bengali songs is also, which is available in the Vishwa Bharati Rabindranath Tagore's birthplace, Rabindranath Tagore's place university. There we are also digitizing that. Then this can be browsed through http://www.ravindrabhavan.in. Then ongoing projects of the digitization of copyright free rare documents available with Bhunge Sahitya Parishad. Because first of all we have to know that which books can be digitized, that should be cleared, because the out of copyright books are only amenable for the digitization. We cannot digitize the books which is not out of copyright, because any copyright books is not allowable for the digitization activities. So, this is the activities of Raja Rammohan. Then Raja Rammohan Library Foundation also takes the research activities. RLF research, different kinds of research projects is being undertaken by the RLF. Then Tagore Research National Fellowship, then Tagore National Scholars is being instituted in the RLF, because the RLF research project means the people can submit the project on the research project, then RLF has got a team of experts. So, they evaluate that particular projects, and then if they find that project can be executed, then they award the project, and then the project has to be submitted. And in that case, the project is, if the report submitted, the books are out of that project report. If the book is being pre-made, we also publish that book. So, online directory of public libraries, Raja Foundation publications, online directory of libraries publications, RLF, publishers RLF, year 2015, Tagore bibliography, e-publications RLF in 2012, public library systems in India, Dr. V. Venkatapaya is published in RLF 2010. Then Granthana is the Indian Journal of Library Studies, that is also published by Director RLF in 1992 2010. Then RLF is publishing newsletter from 1981 to 2007, again it has started from 2015. Then annual report, it is from 1973 to current. 2 decades of foundation, 1972 to 1902, souvenir on the occasion of the 20th celebrations, RLF has published in 1993. Raja Rammohan Roy and the New Learning, Raja Rammohan Roy Memorial Lectures, which is being published by authored by Dr. B.P. Bodua, who is the editor and who is also the first director of the earlier it was called as a member secretary. So, member secretary of the Raja Rammohan Foundation, he had published this, and our publisher was Orient Longman in 1988. Then Directory of Indian Public Libraries of same Dr. B.P. Bodua, and then Sri Nayak Prakak 1986. Then Indian Libraries Trends and Perspectives, which is edited by K.M. George, Orient Longman, is published in 1985. Then National Policy on Library and Information Systems and Services for India, its Perspectives and Projections by Dr. B.P. Bodua, former director, editor, Popular Prakashan in 1985. A decade of the foundation, now 1972 to 82, souvenir of the dysentery of celebrations, Director General RLF 1983. Then books for the millions at their doorstep, information manual of RLF programs, that was Director RLF in RLF. Then activities and executions and monitoring. See the students, the Raja Rammohan Library Foundations in executions, if you see the assistance, how it has turned the Saint Utilization Certificate. What is the process of the selection of the books or schemes, whatever we implement? One is that library organization. First of all, they apply for the assistance. Then first was a State Directorate of Libraries, library organization, State Director of Libraries, RLF and RLF and state directorate. How we are linking each other. So, apply first of library organizations or library or organizations submit an application for the assistance, then send application to the state directorate. Then what recommendation of the send application to the state directorate, they apply, and then what application state directorate do, they scrutinize the application, then approve the application, and then what they do, the registration of the application, scientific and application of the entity of the documents. They scrutinize of the application in our places and deliver the documents. Then issue of, once we scrutinize and we find that yes, this project can be implemented, then we issue the approval letter, and then after the receipt of approval letter, they give us acceptance letter, then they submit a bond, then we make the payment either on the library directly or to the supplier, because we are in process of RLF is mainly implementing agency of the library development. So, we pay to the vendors or directly to the publishers, so that the books or the furniture is reached to every library, so that activities have been taken care of. That is our motto. So, that is the make payment. Then if there is any dispute, there is a dispute resolution committee, so that dispute resolution that will be disputed are taken care of. Then Raja Rammohan Library Foundation 6th point is SLPC, State Library Planning Committee is the forum for planning implementation of various schemes, programs and dispute resolutions, if any. This planning committee, what the application process starts if and only if it is approved by the State Library Planning Committee. And assurance, the financial transactions are audited by CAG, Comptroller Auditor General of India, and MOC, Ministry of Culture Audit. There are 2 audits are audited in the Raja Rammohan Roy Library Foundation. So, this is very, very stringent about financial activities. Then verification of the application and associated information by RLF and implementation week. Then regular feedback from the MOC. Then assisted libraries are physically inspected by the field wing of the RLF. RLF has 4 centers: Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, headquarters is in Kolkata, and then Guwahati, Chennai. Raja Rammohan Roy Library Foundation plan activities: publication of e-newsletter. We are also planning to publish e-newsletter for the development of public library services in various zones, and publications of RLF yearbook, Then why we should need to publish the e-newsletter, because RLF supports 34,000 public libraries all over India, and each state government, we want to encourage the public libraries with the state governments who are doing better work, so that if they share their activities, share their achievement, then other people would encourage. Not only encourage, they also should know that how the development can be taken place. So, there will be to minimize the odd. So, we want even library systems. So, to minimize the odd, we are doing this e-newsletter activities, because in one corner, furthest corner in the south, what is happening in the library may not be aware by the east one. So, that how to connect with the east and west, north and south. So, that is the library RLF job, is to make the linking between all libraries. That is why we thought that we should have a publication of the e-newsletter, so that all activities of all zones should be able to access by everybody. Then enhanced of the research activities of public library services and reader services. So, what we would like to promote the more research activities in the public library systems, because until unless we do research, because research is a part and parcel of any academic activity or any development, because until unless we do research, we will not able to know that what activity is being taken care and what is the progress has been done and what is the achievement under that project. So, the research activity is one and part and parcel activity of the Raja Rammohan Roy Library Foundation. Then online catalogue of books of selected under the central book selection schemes. We have another program we have taken under the National Mission on Libraries program, that whatever because in RLF schemes we are supporting 340 public, some books are given 340 copies to the 340 libraries, then some books are given 200 copies, some books are given 17 copies, some books have 34 copies. So, these books wherever is given, so if we can make a particular catalog of that particular book and given to the particular library, then in one go itself we will be able to know that the RLF to whom library which we have supplied the books, and in the turn if the catalog is prepared, then the library also is benefited, because if any particular user want to know if we want to read particular book, and if you want to know that if it is available in particular which library and which is the nearest library of his town, so he can go to that particular library to refer that book and to get that book. So, this is one of the important aspects of we are taking the projects, and this Z39.50 catalog what will happen, because this catalog will be able to enable people to do the copycat, because once book is catalogued, the other library need not to do the duplicate catalog. They can download that particular catalog and then they can use it. So, that will be really one good boon for the library professionals, especially public library development. Then structured skill development program for library profession. So, we are always encouraging the capacity building is one of the most important part of the library profession. We used to organize training program, workshops, seminar, conferences every year, book fair with all the state governments, so that the library movement takes place in the national library. So, Rajarammohan Library Foundation is to promote the public library movement in the country. So, they are responsible for the library development in the country. So, RLF is in progress of developing a system of online submission of application under its various schemes and online book submission by author publishers. Because now what happened, the people who are author, because how the books are procured in the RLF, because authors submit the books or the publishers submit the book in the library. So, once they submit the book in the library, so they have to be catalogued, and that has to be done in the process. So, then the publishers, once this become they submit the catalog, they will be able to know that which books they have already submitted. So, it will be a online record, because now the digital India, I told you that we are towards the digital India and doing. So, this execution of entrusted to the NML activities. So, Rajarammohan Library Foundation has taken many challenges, and the opportunities are great. So, what we are talking that through this catalog and systems what we are going to develop, this will be benefit to the user, because every year we are also making the survey of the user. So, what users are getting benefit, how the user is benefited for that workshop. The Rajarammohan Library Foundation's Director General is also a member of the State Library Planning Committee. In the each state library planning committee, they decide that every year what kind of activity should be taken care of. So, under that schemes, even the Rajarammohan Library Foundation DG also state sits there, and they decide that this year these are the plan and program for the particular states will be taken care of, and out of that they will decide this much budget will be required. Accordingly, the states of shares we are providing budget, because the RLF provides budget like 40-60, then 50-50, and then there are schemes 40-40-60, there are schemes 50-50, there are schemes 90-10, because Northeast libraries they get in the 90-10 schemes, under the 90-10 schemes. So, that everybody gets equal share for the development of the library in these states. So, that is most important part of the library once we develop the particular library. Rajarammohan Library Foundation has got more than 15 schemes are in vogue for the public library development. They give the disabled corner, give a book purchase corner, seminar, conferences, outreach programs, all these schemes, and every schemes has a distinct features, and every schemes proposals are available online, and the forms are available. So, anybody can see that forms and they can apply. Even the university libraries are also supported by the Rajarammohan Library Foundation. The university libraries, if they want to organize a program with the public library systems, the Rajarammohan Library Foundation also help them to organize that program with them. So, these are the programs we have been taking care of the children, the students. So, we should know that if the public library development systems is required in the country, so we should make a strong recommendation for the library development. So you people are going to be library professionals. So in the library profession means you should know what, why, how, when, where. What is to be done for the library, why it is to be done, when it is to be done, how it is to be done, and where it is to be done. These 5 components, until unless you know the students, you will not able to do the library services. And you know that library services means the library is a service oriented systems, and it has got a 3 component. One is library, one is resources, and one is library professionals. So library professionals job is to bridge the library resources with the library collections, and then to make this helpful of these systems to function in these systems of in a proper manner. In the public library systems, there is a systems, and that systems maintained by the Raja Rammohan Library Foundation with the working with the SLPC, State Library Planning Committee. So all these development are taking place. You people are always take the benefit of this. So anybody would like to take the public library development or public library professional or want to be public library public library officials, so you should know that how we should go and development of the public library systems. And then our different coordinators of the directors, coordinators, researchers, all are part of parcel of these systems. They try to make these systems very practice. So what we should tell that what the library should do, and that should be the, we know that the challenges are many. Why you are telling the challenges are many, but the opportunity is great and the future looks bright. Why? Because the library development each and every now because from the beginning itself the library is changing. It started from the clay material to the now digitized material. So it is, if it is a changing, but still we are holding of everything. We are not able to discard of anything. That is the beauty of the library. So that's why library is taking the architecture of LAMP architecture, libraries, archives, museums, preservation. Preservation is one of the most important part of the library, and the Raja Rammohan Library Foundation is also giving very help for the preservation. They organize the workshop, training program for the preservation of different kinds. One is a physical preservation, because there are a lot of manuscripts are there. You need a lot of manuscripts of preservation. Your old books needs to be preserved. The books, brittle books to be preserved. The books which is already by the different kinds of termites, sun, ray, that books how you preserve. So the preservation is there is a preservation of manual preservation, and there is a digital preservation. So that is why I am telling the challenges are many, and the opportunity is also great, because you have to know that the physical preservation to the digital preservation. So many things you have to know, and why the future looks bright, because future looks bright if you take the action, if you are interested to do the job, if you like the job, then only the future looks bright, because everybody needs information. That we have to know that without information we are not able to survive. Thank you very much. Thank you.